to be me. Yesu mo sense ube chirino na wetino. Esumbiri sorry, unukumbiri si, omnenim til bepa ninem, echinini ehu, apinini nusu, rimase ye trino tieno a, trino tieno, aho tobini. Yesu mo sense ube chirino na wetino. Yeri swanye makwa, yeri reri hukwa, nemo me ubityo yensu kapa, se amani mu o, se abufu mu o, yetino obe shirayen. Trino tino aho tobini. Yesu mo sense ube chirino na wetino. Na yerin tu minya nidomu enika kusi se ye bejai ni ninem nidoma o chire niji o dima ye wona wo trino tieno di trino tieno na wo to be ni na wetino. Ayonku fa pemu ye betane nimpo anase ye benanti nichen ye beyenya osi na yakoni suma ye risuru na ye betino. Trino tino na huto bini Yesu mo sense ube chirino na wetino. Amen. Yame adeshe mama nyina yensi entrase na yemompai. Yeneja wo soro yeda wase. Yeda wase enyumre pa yi. Wadom ne ohumobro mu ne yeda so te ase. Anope wodi ekunchinchin enyuma so wodi en abafie. Ebimu da so ewo adwuma mu. Enyumre yi wodi nyina san behia wona ase bi. Se yemra wanim na yemetie ensempa. Yemetie apomudin ho nsem. Enyumre yedi nyina ye ho hyonsa. Ni yesrew ne se enyumre die wonam wafena so ebe kyerɛkyerɛ yenyi. Ma yemfa mo bra se de esene fata. Yetimi enya apomudin kama de asomwo. Enyumre yesan abompaye ejai wafena enne dei wonam no so ebe kyerɛkyerɛ yen so hyɛwonsa. Ni yesrew ne se kan wafena ho na nsɛm a enne enyumre wonam no so ede man no enye de efri wasafo Awurade enchen. Yesrew de beye anopopo osuro ni nyina yesrew no yi efri wabaawa mu. Yesrew nimdie a wode ama wabaawa no wadom so wonam ne so ede aman. Enyumre yeda wase se wobɛka wabaawa ho. Enyumre wobɛka ye nyina so ye ho. Enim se dwumadie yi kwa awie a yebɛda wase aka se Yesu wona waye. Asedane a yeyie ne na ase enka odin ewo ne waye ho ewo Jesus Christ din nti. Amen. Nyame ma yema ye nyina ye ho akwa ababio eba enyumre ye dwumadie sonkon yi so. Na enyumre dwumadie a enti ye hyiam wa ha no yen sister ye auntie a obedi anim no ye nim ne dada ba kyerɛkyerɛ yen bebree ewo line so. Na enyumre nyame enam Dr. Eva A. Oben Yeboah. Dr. Eva A. Oben Yeboah. Nyame nam no so ebeman apomodin sem. Na de yes ne se nyinaa yenya aso na yemfa abotre na yentie ye doctor na yenim se dwumadie no enkwa awieye no na nyinaa ye inhyira. Topic a eda so a ene woni ye che no we say hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism. Si nyinaa be ya aso. Dr. Eva ya ye ready. Nyame enka ho na wonhyira. Si meja ya ha ma Dr. Eva A. Oben Yeboah. Edamasi.
Amen. Madam wase. Nyame abusia se masama me akwanya bio ewo mo nkyɛn na afei yɛba bɛkyɛ biribi ɛnɛ about hypothyroidism. Sɛdeɛ de bi ɛyɛ no mɛstarte na afei yɛwie a questions ahodoɔ ne contributions ahodoɔ a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde boa dwumadie no bia ne yɛde aba. Nti mɛda yɛn nyinaa yɛ ho ase sɛ nnɛ yɛaba ɛne yɛn mpanimfoɔ mama yɛn nso so ase wɔ akwanya a mosan de ama me bio. Nti ene asɛmpɔ no yɛ hypothyroidism. Yɛbɛka biribi afa hormones bi a yɛ body no produce ho. Meyɛ sure sɛ obiara ehu me screen no. Nti hypothyroidism no ɛyɛ condition bi a mɛka ne sɛ ɛwɔ hɔnom na wɔ US ha sɛ ɛyɛ common kakra. US ha sɛ no researchers ne dɔɔso bebree. Inti sources am use ne de ma me say almost 5% of people already in fear 12 years kokosi say ebi 100 if I should put it that way no war hypothyroidism na nipa 2.5% so ena omu live with hypothyroidism na yomu type ba so ewo ho aye your friend the subclinical type of hypothyroidism no so research the my say Mayo Clinic research the Maya say about 10% of US population and what's our condition nibi. Now disease no so the way it says won't fear anymore and likely say obetumi anya san say nyina say with aging ne your body no started to give up on us. Niema bebre na e bia wusu a wotumi ye no intentem ne e produce niema bebre no wontumi produce ne sa whilst wo enyine no. Na afei so yehu ne say wo emma mu epa na hypothyroidism yari edoso ewo compared to male gender no. Inti about 1 in 8 women no and they develop thyroid issues. Inti thyroid gland na yebeka ne ho asem no oda me screen so ha say a bilobed as a butterfly shape bisa no. Inti wo hwe wo kon a mema ne na ebetimi ehu ni mema ne wo Adam's apple. Inti ase no ubetimi ehu thyroid gland na difficult say normal a ubetumi apalpate. Inti enya ade a wode won nsa kan ya na wahu ebi kwa de ususu say no na muscle, but this is how it looks like. Inti sa thyroid gland we no ye ka bibi afa ho ehu de maye. Inti said the medical can ebi mo so describing it say a strawberry shape or normal strawberry or picking or grocery shop no the size no that's about how I see the size net about 15 grams. Now it produce hormone B na eboa ye metabolism se meka metabolism a ye nipadua free ye ti so ekosi ye na ase nyina ejina metabolism so ye use energy enti enuane a ye di ene enuane nu ekoye mu nyina no nipadua no breaking it down into the basic unit a eye energy ATP ye use e de run ye nipadua ne bibia enti sa thyroid hormone we regulate energy use e wo menu nipadua mu emra ye input to energy aduane anase bibia ewo yemu no ono no betre the maximum energy what a body ni use at any point in time. Enti se o thyroid gland na me di kan tray no enti me produce thyroid hormone ni ya anase ye underactive and your friend say hypothyroidism. Say produce bro so your friend or hyperthyroidism. Now mostly you used to hyperthyroidism no, but ene no you can hypothyroidism. Sorry, it is said the medical ya can say and on the boa irregularity or body metabolism na fe underactive. And ye na de ube huane say a bit slow down processes a hudo p ewo winipedria enum. Enti say ena esitie. Said the name no ya adwene control ye bibia e woni padua nim. Enti what the brain does and say your subunit be wo brain nim your friend hypothalamus. Enti hypothalamus no assign wo another subunit of your friend pituitary gland. Enti hypothalamus ne be release or per se wo body no or thyroid gland no release thyroid hormones. May try in as much semenya no technical piece said e be ya yebetimi follow be enema ne bi wo ha. I would have to say it as it is. Mean to me from form P bio. Enti hypothalamus ne wo wadwene pituitary no so e wo wadwene ni nyina e glands. Enti hypothalamus no e part of your brain. E pese wo thyroid gland na e wo komo no e release thyroid hormone ade obeye ni. Brain no e be send thyrotropin releasing hormone e friend TRH. No, they are common pituitary. No, pituitary, your no anterior and posterior. Anterior side, then they be responding to TRH. No, into responding to TRH, and not TRH, and so ascend thyroid stimulating hormone. At the amount of thyroid gland, no. Into thyroid gland ni enya sa signal we are na fe asha se produce thyroid hormone no. Na thyroid hormone no produce mu mienu ye oba kwa friend T3 and ye oba kwa friend T4. But T4 no at the peripheral extremities na say peripheral tissues no e converted from T4 to T3. Into eno ena distributed around your body na fe a control metabolism, a control growth and development, and a catecholamine effect. And I be to say sympathomimetics to say make can say flee flight mode in your body no and on the control sanya money na enti o emra with T3 ni with T4 levels na ye normal na ye good no e be send negative feedback to the brain say we have enough, we don't want anymore. Instead of be control the release of sa enyema we nyina be result in more T3 T4 which probably will result in hyperthyroidism no. Mestre says still I note ye questions and I said they won't say ni betimi asan atwe mu bio. Enti ekwan ben so anasa risk factors ben and the wo ema yenya hypothyroidism. Medical can be said for the fact say we are no, the female gender no has more risk compared to males. That notwithstanding obia etuminya even enkra etumi enya bi. And mostly around 60 years and above no almost also because a system no with aging your physiological makeup in the air conforming no they also have issues. But I would hasten to say some type of hypothyroidism na American no your friend is subclinical research and and I say another school of thought Edemaya say what most people 60 years and above no experience no it's not necessarily pathological, but then it's because they said they are aging. Enti ena dodo na ewo hypothyroidism but enya yare in its form. Notwithstanding, no still I bet me enya will be a 60 years and above or no DNA pathological. So we will be a yama radiation therapy around your neck and chest area. We at risk hypothyroidism because those radiations can destroy the thyroid gland no into effective. And a recent pregnancy, and you say pregnancy because you have another host in you, you produce more. Until producing more, not suddenly baby ne eba out we na suddenly a drop off from utuminya hypothyroidism. So family histories, your families be more genetic makeup be or your common type be common type of hypothyroidism be a autoimmune, and it has a genetic basis. Into mostly no say was a genetic mutation ni be a family more it may run it across family line. And an autoimmune condition say your body fighting against your own body like Sjogren's disease, any type 1 diabetes, and also it may predispose you to hypothyroidism. Afe courses ni be na me pese meka no courses no bebree information we say intimi cover information bia, but then the common pa na me present my number 1 course ayenim Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Research say about 5 in 100 Americans and hypothyroidism no free Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's said them kind autoimmune disease. Into your own body is fighting you. Into if I take all the thyroid gland and I say some part of it na afe into me produce the efficient level of hormone or body ne ehia no. And afe say we will be a yama radioactive therapy and I say radioactive iodine treatment utumi enya hypothyroidism because ebia a distract and I say shut down your gland no into me mani produce dodo a was say it produce obi wo ha ebia no thyroidectomy ebia na o hyperthyroidism na indication and I say bia o goiter na indication they say was say you remove some part of your thyroid gland until of course you remove be free holiday you won't get it working optimally because the size na reduce. When your radiation therapy, I've said it already, around your neck and chest area and it may damage gland and they used to iodine deficiency. Now iodine deficiency we need it in on the track say you produce with T3 T4 no you hear iodine it is a way deficient it may alter the production no but say nyame adom enonti ena way back some years your advocate say yenya common food ewura efie biemu iodine said ebeya yenye deficient with iodine. See, ena yenya iodated salt bebree no yede iodine afrem because looks like almost all cultures, if I should put it that way, you see salt in their staples and I say in their food, into a common table source of where iodine be some medications be high interfere or thyroid gland and to say lithium any other treatments be interfere in the production of your thyroid hormone hypothyroidism and some causes near pituitary disorder so bekaya track no mature way make say your hypothalamus will send a signal to the pituitary. It is a pituitary no problem. It means to say on to me responding to what the brain is telling it, not on signal, not on relay to the thyroid gland to produce it. Your congenital causes, abofran and also so research they might say 1 in 3,000 to 4,000 birth biano or more problem we say. Thyroid gland was underdeveloped and for me from wausuno ntibra ubepieno because our gland and for me to me in producing optimal thyroid hormone and a pregnancy medical actually mudada any radial fibrosing thyroiditis and also a type B gland and fibrotic mechanic say fibrotic nichi in the bed into mechanic say assay and I say amoa yɛmfa sɛ on sɛ unya scar ɛwɔ baby a the way a scar ne tie no yɛmfa ne sɛ saa me hu how a mekyerɛ mu down ama yɛate ase bɛ wo gland ne meka ne sɛ ayɛ damaged nti ɛno so timi ɛkɔ sɛ hypothyroidism nti emra wo benya hypothyroidism ne ɛkwan bɛn so na wobɛfa so a wobɛhu sɛ ade wei ɛkyerɛ sɛ menya suggest sɛ menya hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism no difficult to pick it from symptoms because a niema issue no niema pie regular symptoms are meaty interest or problem. Enti the mepesi so when it comes to symptoms and they say it should be a sudden change in your normal, a sudden change, and it probably should be severe or it should be increasing and sana aye alarming because it's spread it across because it be to say increased cold intolerance. Enti because to say or body metabolism when you take in food now or body need break it down food now because it's all yes I you produce excess heat into me feel warm not what is fairly heat and so but because hormones and intimate produce here and I say underactive means your metabolism slows down until you are not able to generate optimal temperatures a bit me keep you warm until they have problems with cold into mesa kabio say be a winter time now feel cold say or hypothyroidism. But then it was a sudden change in your normal. Now a consistent, not probably a severe and so fatigue. We all go through fatigue. We'll be able to make breath from baby or baby, but they have extremely different form of fatigue. Time they have body aches and way and yet from a juma why but on a normal they be cry or that more. Or that more because when your metabolism slows down, sometimes it makes you also for your basic metabolic rate in a cough form. And see, they tend to sleep more, but still time be irrespective of say what that one who's a nipa way, what that check. She should be okay, but sorry, still no body pains. They have dry skin and then hair loss because the hormone takes a lot of way with cells that replicate baby. So hair cells, your gut cells, your skin cells. Into once sa hormone nebeko form no, na fe wo hair air falling down. They have memory problems into a friend foggy brain because the metabolism probably a form. Your energy level is down, so we need much to help your memory because all the things that we do, even when you are sitting idle, crana, being able to sit is being managed by your metabolism. Into the basic unit of energy we use to do all the daily activities, the ones that you know of and the ones that you don't know of, is being taken care of by a basic metabolic energy now will produce. Intimating, like I say, it affects your entire body and it slows down your gut. Into a lot of people are constipated from hypothyroidism, and then it causes depression. And you're very, very linked. Most people who have hypothyroidism, they have problems managing their mood because your body is down, your metabolism is down, you don't have energy. So they go into depressive mode. They gain a lot of weight. Who are differently? Maybe a normal healthy eating, exercise, but still no gaining weight, mostly around 15 to 30 pounds within 6 to 1 year, not gaining weight. They have muscle pains, they have joint pains, and they have heart problems because you need energy to be pumping your heart to pump blood all through your body. Until once our energy level will be slow down, it makes your heart also slows down. And then they have heavy or irregular menstrual cycle and menstrual bleeding. Into mostly they come to you with menstrual problems and fertility problems, because if you of course have a problem with your menstrual cycle, now it may affect your fertility, and sometimes they can go into something called coma. Now it's a special form of coma, a mixed edema coma. I think they're coming up now. I will talk about it. Into this is just something telling us that there are lots more, but they make very alarming ones. And it's brain fog, hair thinning. They have something peripheral neuropathy. Into or more extremities, or you can have goiter because your body send a lot of signal to your thyroid gland, say producing more heart attack, and this we say, they have gallstones and this constipation. I've said quite a number of them, bloating because your digestion slows down, your gut slows down into or more bloating. Could see eyebrow thinning, because of hair loss and this and There are quite a number of them. Complications no can result mostly from, say, you don't even know you have hypothyroidism, and now say during, say, a diagnosis where we not able with treatments, any optimal, any up to standard, you can get all this complication until you can get goiter. Like I said, your body needs the T3, T4 to run your metabolism and everything. Into thyroid gland signal be brain na it is say under pressure anti or be enlarge said the be obetimi a producing more, and that is what you have as goiter na abeswele e won. And then the mixed edema coma no because say or more into produce hormone dodo e was wotimi e producing into no it slow down in nipadua no any bibia the energy level ne low into omutumenya hypoglycemia any bibia, then they fall into coma. They have mental derangements any nema bebre a medical emergency ye diago into once or be falling into coma ne ye behunu ye checking blood test if it's from hypothyroidism or heart problems now medical complication it comes to live with them. Mental problems like depression and anxiety are going to me NTS the cause because from they also have obstructive sleep apnea into nipano we hear energy to do basically everything into breathing will be a problem, especially when you sleep. Now when you're conscious of your breathing they can have absence periods of breathing now ekofa or how they are brown, and they have reduced kidney function as complication into to me and running or kidney into me running because of low metabolic, joint pain, and then obesity and moderate weight gain. They have high cholesterol, infertility issues now mostly but preeclampsia and anemia during pregnancy. If you have it during pregnancy and they are prone to preeclampsia any anemia way, and they can also report birth defects because one kasa hormone levels need to mean support so going all the way to also support the host that is growing in you makes it more low it may cause birth defects. How would we diagnose obi say ABA or hypothyroidism? The original so as usual as doctors know a history and then physical examination and then laboratory investigations. Into history no the free so you tell us how you are feeling. The history nimniema ya pese ye hu woman I say a buzzwords I pese a free honum and I say be solicit free ho a cold intolerance said they can't tolerate cold in any way because will be a feeling warm no a feeling cold summertime crabia or person the heater and then they have fatigue, which is outrageous because and yet just any fatigue all the time, whether they take rest and not say we they still feel say they are tired. Constipation, way and mostly free or into physical examination, we look out for ABI or dry skin and I say hair loss. And our reflexes, we check your reflexes at your joints with our patella knee and you here for reflex checking then we check say neck mass that is if say gland and eye is swollen then we listen to your heart for any murmurs, arrhythmias and I say bradycardia, but mostly now yana the obe pick it up in the air bradycardia any changes are who do pia then we go doing the lab test. They bet me so afa family history into ABA or family line obi was our condition nibia and so to me suggest to say you are likely to have a similar thing. Into blood work mostly very effective and as a mechanism say sensitive you're using your TSH so kaya was a pituitary thyroid axis name say your pituitary sends the TSH to your thyroid gland after say pituitary minimum anya TRH from hypothalamus into your check level of the thyroid stimulating hormone now the say it was true. because your body wants to tell your thyroid gland, say, produce more of T3, produce more of T4. Until it send this signal be to the thyroid. But because the thyroid has a problem, irrespective of the fact to say TSH na no still it's not able to respond to it. In time be I'll check nipa or hypothyroidism a blood no obe working ya kube who say no na T4 T3 na levels na normal na say low. Inti ahanum say no the to so epic bio say obi wo hono ma subclinical hypothyroid no ni T4, T3 levels in normal. The who said the thyroid stimulating hormone na TSH no a level na was true. Inti sa nipa na any picking up as subclinical mostly. Inti imaging also so to me ultrasound scans and radioactive scans with the iodine and depending on what your physician or your caregiver say right, but mostly you won't go without the TSH and the T3, T4 levels. But these ones are some stuff that they add it on to know exactly what is happening to the gland. Inti obebe bisa say inti yetimi treat ema ne kwa na say ne day. Once you are diagnosed with it, yentumi cure free hono ema ne free ho. So we manage you, and then you'll be on what you need. I say what you need because say it was said T3, T4, any edemawa, and I said it was a surgery, any edemawa, and I said there was a edema will be depending on that time now your diagnosis, you know what symptoms now will show no, and no any edema. But to me and cure money free home can say you are free from the hypothyroidism. Until we give you what you don't need. Said a optimal level. No? And because say T3, T4, and the end results of the thyroid gland and the hormones now all producing into no. Mostly what we give is the levothyroxine, which is the T4. Because so back I medical can say the T4 at the peripheral tissue converted to T3. Body need a use T3 for the ohiani na. But then T4 no to be converted to T3. Into mostly we give the T4. Said the T4 no will nipedrium no be converted at the time and nipedrian to T3. But some school of thoughts and I say it is coming up now says they say the yema T3 any T4 nina. But some doctors do it, endocrinologists do it, some don't agree with it. But basically, we give the levothyroxine, which is the baseline ayedema obia. Into your check your labs and your level we here to be optimum nafi ya amount dosage tailored but mostly this our treatment we say Emma and yes our day na or the next day now benya the optimum level that your body needs but what we do they say about 2 months, mostly 4 to 6 weeks thereabouts. And there was somebody na pick it up. Na fe abeye optimum. Said ye ubi be abeye normal. Na afe around your metabolism. And mostly a amount sa time or no to come back so that we check your TSH and then your T4, T3 levels. And you say I pick it up as and pick it up. Your endocrinologist would know what to do, whether to step it up or to step it down. Because a very dangerous to say a bit high and I say a bit low bio. It was say optimum. So we have to work around that level until once it is being achieved you'll be on that medication, and then you take this medication 45 minutes before breakfast on an empty stomach. Very important. If you don't go by it and so it to me my issues, and I say the bioavailability and the effectiveness of the treatment and yet the best in time can. And there is also thyroid hormones and I say thyroxine yetimi extracted from animals. Into people want to go the natural way into omope enumum change synthetic levothyroxine into way so is still under treatment. I mean under research. Into people say it's effective, people say it's not effective. Into if it's recommended to you then you'll be part of the study now if you respond to it you can go for it. Into way mostly in extract from to say a pig near other ruminants na omode emma but in a form of medication but just that it's natural and not synthetic like the levothyroxine. Nti medical aka myxedema coma ho asem. Nti myxedema coma na a severe hypothyroidism. Nti say hypothyroidism obi wo hoka wonim se wo. Nti e be ration e coma and e be ma ye dey na ration to the hospital a ye betimi ehun say or hypothyroidism. Obi also treatment no onye no said the optimal a ye dey ama no. Ebi also ya starting the treatment but then the endocrinologist na any no into me work up to get the optimum level no into otumi enya sa coma we say they have derangement in their mental status no they have extreme lethargy and now weakness na almost severe decreased body temperature until the one sakana won say why you cold and kasa or almost near death na the tongue eye swollen. Now, the skin and so it to me is swollen and red. It's mostly around winter time like this, because say whether this high cold now or no any metabolism, this high cold, maybe our exposed to extreme cold way not akofasa or how area. But once you me pick you up now without medication so religiously, it should be good. And see how can we prevent and I say what are the recommendations? Mostly you can't prevent it. It is what it is. Say your bomb paya maybe ever boy, but then say unya ubenya won't make say oh and then may work up to prevent hypothyroidism. But you anima baby wo ha e bia ye betumi aya ebeboa not necessarily say no na be preventing if you but a part of in practice a betimi aboa na afi a preventing no entity said the marker na dated salt or be pick up from or grocery list so and I say I mean we shops no you use it in your food, your diet, and appropriately, a supplement or iodine loss. Now, you try say a limit a ultra processed foods and say BSR ready to go meals now. We are processing a frozen, a copy those snacks and all those stuffs. And limit everything highly processed food. No, get iron in your diets and also so because at some point, in the line of your synthesis of your T3, T4, no, body ni be here so benya iron, and it's an iron will diet more from your grains, your cereals, your formulas for the infants, red meat, etc. And also to me, but you was selenium supplements and so and also so research says it helps because my body needs to be optimizing the T3, T4 levels, and especially for more autoimmune causes. Some research says selenium eboa. This is when you have it in tea. And also so etimi boa ema unya. What about enkofon so I diagnosed or more with hypothyroidism and they are living with hypothyroidism? No recommendation be any bit to me at their mama. Once I be diagnosed with it, na medical yaka say you have to work with your endocrinologist now for medication no obefana religiously, especially time I actually say it was so ofana any dosages no enyina ori etafi and I say ofano differently from the way ya show so befana it may cause complications now they are discussing the lifetime be affect quality of life penisa. But once I had diagnosed you with it in the medical I can say you go back you be check it with T3, T4 and TSH levels around 1 to 2 months to know and optimize it. Into a picking up be depending on what situation, how severe it is. We book you once every 6 months or once every year. And I said when needed, said you be running some labs to know say you are doing well on it. You are tolerating what you are being given. But you monitor for other conditions, be to say celiac disease, diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and other disorders affecting your adrenal gland. And as a pituitary problem now, it affected with thyroid gland now. Because if you pituitary need to produce TSH in the first place, said the catch your thyroid need to do its job. And it's what's our problem now? You better monitor on that. Now, so of course, and also as a result of autoimmune, your body fighting your thyroid gland. It's likely say your body can someday also get up and fight other glands like your adrenals, no, and your pituitary gland, and it's a monitor for all those conditions, ne, rheumatoid arthritis, ne, diabetes, autoimmune, ne, so that we can pick them as early as possible. Into your fatigue strategies, the symptoms won't go off just like that, like I said, no. Nti yebema enema bebree betimi abo nti ebia wo de drone so all right, but then your symptoms are not being elevated. Nti your fatigue strategies bebree wo betimi afa. You rest when you feel say you are tired, so you have to have quality sleep time each night. You have to get your diet to be rich in fruits and vegetables. Ebeboa body no said and cause a lot of stress, because you have to eat right. Pick it up. Your body can't even metabolize what you give. Into pick up extra calories in any diet, then it means you are giving your body more work, or no one work and a normal basic one. To mean yet, it was someone more work to do, and then it means you are shutting your whole system down. Into sometimes no yoga and meditation, it's me to relax your body, no. And there are also yoga and research. There are research that says, from a study in 2018, say a brain with their fatigue symptoms, no. People acknowledge say a and then you avoid thyroid medication with other supplements. So we know thyroid a drone. Yema wonfa bibia enka ho at that point in time, no. Because ebia will be a penny, and I say be comorbidities na or no menro bebre na yema no thyroid medication near catch and say from the time I will be taking up drone around 2 to 3 hours. Men fair draw beer and kahua. Difficult to work around it, because ebia medication be also taking it 3 times a day. And I say be 2 times a day, not a coincided with the time, and no. Never see a managing for that condition, no. So it is a conflicting way in a bar, not a hard dream, but you still have to work it up with your endocrinologist, other doctors, and I said because mostly no any drug interaction into me money any juma into we recommend say if you are living with hypothyroidism, I will better withdraw without interfering with others, said affect adrenal effectiveness. Research is be so say if you are living with hypothyroidism, or say soy intake like woman eco form into containing soy products be affect na optimum thyroid level was say into me when you are living with hypothyroidism. Soy products be example to say tofu, vegan cheese, some meat products, and products will be picky on the counter be a home say contains soy, no. So we shall shop baby or higher it's not for fun, but it's for you to know say if you have hypothyroidism, but notwithstanding no level no. Whatever you want to do, if you want to still have it, you have to discuss it with your endocrinologist. Nana said your caregiver, and said the bear or make sure the way forward with it. And then you talk it out, because mind you, medical, like I said, they have mental issues. People living with hypothyroidism, they have anxiety, they have depression, they have fatigue. Until I saw no, I stress that. If you don't talk it out, not say then you prone yourself to more depression and more mental health problems. Until you talk it out, there are mental health counselors. I'll be to me about your emotions. You have close friends that you can talk to. You have family supporter. And there are support groups and so. Almost people living with hypothyroidism. To get some information and also some comforts be a free or more said a bear a bebo na also to me handle hypothyroidism level. And I think say makabe bray into major monasi questions be an answer contributions be a they are but nothing taken from there. Madam say.
Yamema mpacho said the doctor akano say wo sembisa na semmo bia epamcho mo man famra.
Hello, doctor.
Hello, uncle.
Onyame nhyira wo paa ne apomuden ho nsɛm a wode ama yɛn anwummere yi. Me ba late de na mpɛ sɛ me bisa question kakra. Enti lifestyle bɛyɛ na sɛ deɛ na ɛbɛtumi ayɛ a ɛbɛtumi keep in check sɛ de bɛyɛ a yɛnkɔ hypo na yɛnsan nkɔ hyper. Na wo san ka tofu no. Nti yɛyɛ mmaa yi ne yɛmfie so kɔ anim yi. Yɛbɛtumi akasa bi ane soil no yɛnya adi koraa sɛ yɛbɛtumi aha yɛ hormones deɛ a adena yɛntwe yɛn ho mfiri ho mmom na yɛkɔdi even a little bit anaasɛ in a low quantity.
Okay, mpacho me dase. And she said the medical can will always run back to our healthy eating, balanced diet habits, And she will be including fruits, any nuts, as natural as possible. And she try not to take a lot of processed foods, and what you counters go as natural as possible. Will be to me depending on Nyama who pese woody And she say about so pese woody rice. You have to pick the one on the shelf as close to natural as possible. Will be to me now where the balanced diet. Now when you're vegetables, when you're fruits, when you're grains, when you're nuts and so they are fra. Because ordinarily, if you have not been diagnosed with it, then your normal regular eating habits balance is okay. You don't need to walk up saying, is my thyroid hormone level normal or not? You don't need to worry about that. Until we say, what you can do is say, try as much as possible to take foodstuffs that are close to natural as possible. Now we include vegetables and then your fruits. Now why you exercise and less money in our account. And now aging with the soy question now beside and no researcher coming up. And no so idea people who have been diagnosed with it, not obia yen diagnosing with it. But now was yes, I work as say, risk increase there. Why not stop it? It's difficult to be saying say everybody should stop eating soy because you'll be also not better soya, affecting the thyroid hormones not that bad. It's difficult to get a clear line. If you have been diagnosed with it there, you would want to discuss with your endocrinologist, because of running lab levels are. Now we say week 1, week 2, before so be share we take his soy products in sim a share, hormones I think say I altered and to me optimizing. I think say if we saw it now fire, so we should just cancel it out from your list, for now. Or no wow in that line. Obi empo ewo hypothyroidism or befa soy enye obi so befa ebehano. Obi so a normal healthy person I diagnosing with it or befa ebehano obi so befa ehano. Mostly we have to work to get the clear line. Tina mean to me can emphatically say stop eating it and I say eat it. But if you don't have it, you are good to go. If you've never had problems with soya, then you are good to have it. But if you've been diagnosed with it, not afe into me mawunya the optimum level, it was the wunya na, then you would have to say no to it and I say best stepping it down the amount I will take. I don't know if I've been able to do justice to the question.
Yamema mpacho you a few minutes. Pacho bit me the questions your contribution saba.
I can't check the charts because I'm sharing my screen into meaning it be a question be wakonoma.
Yo, doctor, da sibebre. Me pacho etoda ya say o thyroid o low level na one e okay any saa nneɛma no. Eno pacho say na obesi achechi mu kakra say e wo low na e ba high na say eno na say dey asay kra na say me pacho obetumi achechi mu kakra me das.
That's on say thyroid hormone no said they make it has to be normal. It needs a costro. It needs a form. A costro condition a friend of hyperthyroidism and also say a problem or see a treat you. Say a conforma a friend of hypothyroidism said they neya can and also say a treat you. It just has to be normal. Striking that balance, if you have been diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, you better take measures and what say you take it to bring it to euthyroidism, which is normal thyroidism. And I say a hypo, what say you're stepping it up. Emani bedruho. And depending on what you've been diagnosed with, and I know language in your base speaking, if you have been diagnosed with hypothyroidism, the aim is to get you euthyroid. So what say a stepping up. Into stepping you up, no, ye bema wa bani aye labs ne pen ye to me they are checking. Into labs no said they make an ye check it TSH we say no, because TSH we say na body no e use the casatre or thyroid gland and they say we have less, so produce more. And no answer so na body ni use to edicatre or thyroid and they say we have more, stop producing. Into woko lab na the yeshe wo mupa eye TSH we ni ababeshe T3 ni T4 na eye thyroid ni hormone no. Into senimi ensano enye normal said the ye peno na me akache or say your hormone level na eye be a low and I say eye high. But obi wo honoma ye treating for hypothyroidism. The obeba review for that time or no. Na a drono na say enyania wedi ni bibia ama na ko hype because one a drone ama dosage na ama na producing more of the T3 T4. Once ya diagnose a woman say a diagnosing with hypothyroidism there, but say what banner say ye checking the say while running into hyper, and was say a step down now fe obe drew normal level no into obi wa ya diagnosing with hypo but obekọ yes as or hyper no why confused say manya hypo na masenya hyper na yes as space of time no lab test no yes step up no to be normal na abro so into was say yes so into mostly almost a medication no you working with dosages no said na make it difficult to say ebi a de be mo aka say one time dosage we dey be mo wadru normal ebi o ha de be ma on e be ma na akosoro. Ebu also so emani drew normal be go ni nyina ne say was say normal. Enti once e be kostro no e was say tesoba normal once e be form e was say e pejam na e be drew normal. Enti sa na eno na eti.
Dr. Mpacho, me one question.
Apache you auntie.
Me pacho yaye me hypothyroid we no. Enene yawo anase awo ehho ye den no e wo twaka bi ana.
Okay. Enti me pacho minim se we there ana mitumi answer na nka wo de foforo so.
Me pacho me wie.
Okay, me that say. Enti say obaba with fertility problem you're working it up from nitisu kosi ne nase ehu say ni bibia in the normal ranges hormones was say ni nipadua no e produce bia normal ranges because hormones ne interplay ena etumi ma wonya normal body hormone level ubetimi body ni betimi act normally. It is so baba with fertility problems I run a test I run way in our account. Nasa hypothyroidism no the midi can kind say it to me affect our menstrual cycle no. O menstrual cycle no so na we here to ovulate now or the be pregnant no. It is a check here na say or hypothyroidism a likelihood say a bit may affect or fertility no. Inti ye be solve saa problem inti si ye work you up na say we hypo a e we say ye ma wadro ma be normal euthyroid say e hyper so we say ye work you up now be normal inti ye clear no free home na say still our fertility issues then we do the other causes and so betimi ama wanya infertility be mo wanya fertility problem no na ya work e no so up inti me pese me gina so aka ne say just hypothyroidism on one and be fertility problem. Obi wo ha ni de ne be free hand. Once I be solve this problem ni be we no, she can go ahead and conceive. Obi wo so I be still her own conceiving. Ti no na nature say e was see e ni chere other hormone levels na if FSH ne LH ne other ones na so e she say e no e na causes our problem na. But we so e betumi a contribute.
Mema da yi nyinaa yɛ ho ase asɛmbisa ne mmoa a yi nyinaa yɛde aba no nyame nhyira yɛn bebree. Dr. Eva A. Obendieboa, nyame nhyira wo nhyira wo. Adesua sononko a nyame nam so anwummere wode ama yɛn a yɛwɔ line so no menim sɛ aboa yɛn pɛɛ yie, aboa yɛn na yɛde bɛyɛ adwuma nso sɛdeɛ ɛteɛ. Menim sɛ nyame adom ɔbɛboa yɛn saa ama yɛdi so na yɛapɔmuden nso so ayɛ kama. Nyame nhyira wo Dr. Yɛbɛfa akwanya wei nso so ada CB Radio Ghana anaasɛ CB Radio TV ase paa. Akwanya na wotwe biara ɔba na afei yɛ program a yɛyɛ no ɔde kɔ ahomatorofoɔ so ma yɛn. Nyame nhyira mo paa yie. Afei nyame ma a anwummere yi yɛhyia wɔ line yi so nyinaa nso so yɛda yɛn nyinaa yɛn ho ase. Yɛn nyinaa yɛayɛ adeɛ paa yie na yɛsɛ ne sɛ na awɔtwe biara sɛdeɛ nnɛ yɛaba no yɛmmra saa. Nyame nhyira yɛn bebree nti yɛbɛfa yɛn hymnals na yɛato hymn 524 first stanza yɛwie a asafo yi maame wɔ so na wahyira adesua yi so ama yɛn na wada nyame ase. Doctor nso a nyame de ne kyɛɛ yɛn anwummere yi nso so no nyame nkɔ so a na wɔnhyira wo ne n'abusua na daa ne da nyinaa no yɛfrɛ no a wɔde adesua sononko ama yɛn. Na afei wɔn nyinaa nso so ahyɛ nyame nsa nti sɔfo maame Felicia Apia Kubi yɛto hymn 524 first stanza wie a mesrɛ wo na afei wɔahyira so ama yɛn. Nti before sɛ yɛbɛto nnwom no Doctor sɛ wowɔ asɛm bi a wopɛ sɛ ɛyɛ final thoughts bi a wopɛ sɛ wode gyan a pakyɛ wobɛtumi de ama yɛn.
Meda se meda ye nyinaa yase sɛ yɛtumi ɛba ɛne program no ɛne opportunity nso so a menyaayɛ ɛwɔ mo nkyɛn. Nti deɛ mɛka nyinaa sɛ hypothyroidism ho asɛm a ɛnɛ yɛaka no no ɛyɛ condition a ɛhu nso so nyame adom treatment ɛwɔ hɔnom. Nti once a yɛbɛdiagnose with it no mɛsrɛ sɛ wobɛwork up with your endocrinologist no na afei mwatumi obtain optimal level no sɛ de ɛbɛkyerɛ wo sɛ fa w'aduro no mɛsrɛ sɛ wobɛfa ne saa sɛ de ɛbɛyɛ a wobɛyi wo ho afiri complications ahodoɔ a ɛhu emu because wotumi ɛnya mixed edema coma a very dangerous because you are heading towards ICU near death experience bebree. Nti wobɛfa wo nnuro no sɛdeɛ yɛakyerɛ wo sɛ wɔsɛ wofa no wopɛ sɛ womake changes biara you would have to talk to your doctor no na afei work things up. Nyame adom na eduro ɛwɔ hɔ yi no menim sɛ ɛbɛboa yɛn yɛmmɔ mpaeɛ so sɛ nyame ɛngye yɛn free conditions a ɛmboa yɛn health nyinaa mu. Madam wase amen.
Yɛda wase nyame nhyira wo Doctor. To him 524 first stanza ni wie na ye maame Felicia Apia Kubi wada nyame ase ama yɛn. Doctor wode ne kyɛɛ na wada nyame ase ama yɛn adesua sonko a wode ama yɛn. Yese michiri Yesu na miji na sem no di na mi sheni bo sheno kwan, na mi hunye nyami si. Yesu, Yesu, mi chirinu masonu mashepempi. Yesu, Yesu, aosombo menya doma chirinu. Amen.
Amen. Auntie Christine Eda Jima Yeda Mose. Me pacho ansa na yebe bompaye no Auntie Christine das no ja Yonkodo radio ewo mu Yonkodo radio for peke ye additionty ye do Mose pa. Afi announcement ba kwa ye wo ewo ho no. Mo hwe ye district line no so ye de video bi ato so. Yes, stress ye district no. Yes say eno na ya dɔ ya ye pese ye wo Christmas no nti de ebeka wakoma bia no former women ministry panyi na bronya bre ye mfa nkoye sa abusua no adɔye nti bi moma ye nyina ye nhye ne nso me ba ma cho moma ye mompae me wodo mama abehia mu se ye nsua pomudensem na yemfa mobra ewo nansan beboni wiase a yade ahodo atiate se yeda wase wo sister Eva wode ne cheyen na enwume obekyerekye yen yeso sa hoadin bia wahwe bia no Kristo hye nanan mu emaye se de be ya mrefofro no yetifre na obetimi aba yede abusuafo ye betimi hye mu nyina ehye wonsa so bebo bia ho ban bra ye be fie di esina otwifu from na yakona nte boni wiase mu yeso se boye ho ban finipa boni fonsem boye ho ban fi esan musuo de be mi hu ya nka de Kristo so sesia no mayen na tutu ya na mo esi de kron na san e de be hye mu na twese na ye de na se ni kabia mo yenuanum dodo omo ntimi ama hasoso ye de omo hye wonsa se na su ikube kom akoma na omotimi abekan ye ho de kenya ni se bra ye firi adi akoye mfi wanim koso ama wodom no enoso emayen ohwe nso de be hye mu bia ya da wase we ni ese wadwume wo Yesu Kristo de mu nti amen.
Amen. Nyamema ene enkusi se yibihia mu na awotwe sene no ye ma yenyina ye ho mespa se ye di ntitimu yi
E ho
Yehowa
anhe
hwɛ mo
nti
amen.